Innovations that China comes up with during this time period: the compass, gunpowder, well, fireworks, yes, as a result of gunpowder. Now, listen. Where do most of these Chinese innovations end up real quick? Muslim areas, the Abbasids, right? Because that's really the first group of people next to them who they'll trade with. We said the Abbasids and the Muslims are not great inventors as a rule of thumb. They're very quick what? Learn. Adapters, right? Especially when it comes to new technology. Hey, just to give you a taste, the compass is invented around 700. It doesn't reach Western Europe until after what event? Right, when they bring it back from the Muslim world, which is 1300. Western Europe is legitimately 600 years behind technologically and innovatively the Chinese. Oh, you're getting to a next unit thing. Alright? So the point here is they're by far the most advanced civilization. Number 2 would be Muslim-controlled regions. But this is a result of their innovations. Art. This is considered the golden era of Chinese art. I had a sweet video I wanted to show you, but my sweet video was on YouTube and I couldn't make it freaking work today. The firewalls are satanic. So I'm going to hope to show you that video in our next class period. Just know for now that they have amazing art. I mean, awesome art. It's characteristic. It's the high point of their artistic development. Well, this is a time of porcelain. I've already given you hey, they trade porcelain here. Let's do this too. But I'm more interested in that you know. You'll know when you see it. If I can't get it to work in the next class period, I'm going to have to assign this homework. It's a YouTube clip.
Is it Jay?
Excuse the interruption.
Yes, ma'am.
Could Emily come to guidance at the end of your class?
Sure
or right
can.
before the end of your class?
Sure can.
Thank you.
Emily's in trouble. Ooh. Alright.
Emily.
Alright, guys, listen. So we just finished our G Persian. There's 2 specific events we have to talk about that don't fit neatly and cleanly within a G Persian. So we got to talk about those 2 things real quick. The fine people at the AP World History Institute say, Ronda Quattro, you have to teach your students an example of direct contact between the Tang and the Abbasids. Now, they trade, I just talked to you a little bit about the spread of technology. Let me give you a real sharp, black and white example of direct contact between the Tang and the Abbasids. This is the second battle we'll talk about and say, you've got to know this for your test. The battle of Talas River. 754. In the red corner is the Tang. In the blue corner are the Abbasids. Who wants to hypothesize that this battle is over? Right. Who's trying to push as far westwardly as they can? Tang. And now they're coming into Abbasid territory, and the Abbasids are going to make a stand. Whoever wins this battle, culturally, will be most responsible for the spread of culture into Central Asia. Who wins? Tang. Abbasids. Guys, listen. Think about it. If they had won this battle, is this what the map would look like? No, they'd have kept going. Concepts. Here's what happens in the battle itself. You need to know why the battle was fought, what it was fought over, and then the ramifications. But here's the story of the battle itself. The Chinese always use mercenaries in their army. had about 30,000 mercenaries in their army in this battle. The night before the battle was to take place, the Abbasids snuck some spies into the mercenaries' camps and said, if you turn on the tank in the middle of the battle, we'll pay you more. Mercenaries were like, sweet, we don't care. We're just in it for the cash, homie. At the worst possible moment in the battle, their mercenary allies they thought they could trust stabbed him in the back and turned on him. And it was a tame slaughterhouse as a result. This battle represents the westernmost expansion of the Chinese. And it's also why Central Asian culture is predominantly Muslim. Afghanistan, Pakistan, Eastern Iran.
Why did you like Central Asia during the time, like Kazakhstan and all that? But
They're Muslims. They're becoming Muslim. As a result of this, they're becoming Muslims. Yeah. So, had the Chinese won, maybe they're Buddhists and Confucianists. We never know. This is considered a big macro history battle. And I actually think this battle is underappreciated in world history, but that was gross. Mosquito just tried to bite me. But it is what it is. Alright, second thing that the fine people at AP World History Institute say is, as a theme, there's peace and prosperity in China's time period. But there's always exceptions to the rule. They want you to know one example of a peasant revolt. I'm giving you what's called the An Lushin Revolt. 852. Like the Quattro, An Lushin was a smart, handsome, well-liked figure.
But poor.
Like you?
Unlike me, he was rich. He's a general. He was powerful. He tries to overthrow the Tang. Not by saying life is really sucky, let's change things. It's more like life is good, but we can make it even better. The An Lushin Revolt presents a huge problem to historians. Here's the problem. Do I teach you truth or do I teach you history?
History.
It's not the same thing. History is the study of what? Records. The records that survived from the An Lushin Revolt say 50 million people died. If that's true, that's not the largest civil war in human history. That's the largest war in human history. That's more deaths than World War II. Historians have a hard time wrapping our minds around that number and saying this has got to be greatly exaggerated.